Hi, my name is Wilx, and this is episode 2 of Sky Bees. Well, today we're going to get into bees, in specific, bee automation. Now, to do that, we're going to need power, and we're going to deal with some creepy dolls to get ender pearls, and a bunch of other actually interesting things, as well as overcoming a whole bunch of problems that I had to face and figure out answers to. All right. So let's talk a little bit about what I did in between episodes. For instance, these are all upgraded now to iron. I sieved down a whole pile of this, so I get lots and lots of iron. I had to start moving all my flint over there. I'd overfilled this chest. I also sieved down a little bit of dust, so I get some redstone and glowstone and things like that. I'll get onto where these flowers came from in a minute. And the bee thing, yeah, we'll handle that later too. Okay, so let's get on to getting started. We don't have very good piping in this pack so far. The only one I've got access to right now is the Cyclic stuff. Now for that we need bricks, which are just basic bricks, which are cooked clay. I'll go on why I'm not impressed with these in a second. So those are the item cables. That's iron nuggets. And these are the fluid cables. That's all well and good. That was gold nuggets. This is just a regular heavy plate. And that's the cable wrench that goes with it. This is the cobble gen that we didn't make last episode while I was waiting for lava to happen. And this is quantum tanks. I'm quite impressed with the quantum tank. It holds a lot, almost infinite. And it's not too expensive. Okay. So, first things up, I want to try to at least semi-automate Obsidian. So we're going to put our quantum tank there. We're going to take a fluid cable here, and we're going to have it pull out. Now I think there was a full bucket in there already. So there's a bucket in there now. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put down our cobble gen. And we're going to slap down a drawer here. Then we're going to put that there. And again, we'll switch it like that. And it's feeding in. Then item here. And there. Now for simple things like this, the item cables work just fine. Not a serious problem. Then down here we want fluid. Like that and like that. Okay, so that's feeding the lava into that thing there. We're going to take a bucket. And we're going to put water. Notice I'm pushing it against a solid block there. I'll explain why that was important. So as you can see down there, there is obsidian. And I can pull the obsidian out. And now we got to wait for it to refill with lava again. So we're going to give it a little while, let it build up some lava in the tank, and do that. Now, why I mentioned pushing it up. Oh, by the way, do not attempt to automatically pull out of the barrel with a pipe. It will bug out. Bugged out so bad that I had to roll back my game. And didn't matter to me because it was a test world anyways. But I don't want that to happen to you. Do not play around with Obsidian automation and automatically pull out of that. You can bork your game up and have serious problems. Now, something that was mentioned by Bow and Arrow that do I have? Oh, I've got a piece of fence right there. Okay. When I placed the water down on top of the slab last time, and it didn't show up, that's because of a new feature I was unaware of. And that is called, waterlogging. Notice what happened? I just put down a fence post there, and the water's still around it. It didn't displace the water. Now, I found that kind of interesting that it would do that. And that's what was happening was I was waterlogging the slab. And that's why it didn't show up. It was actually down in the slab. So instead, if I had pushed it up against the side there, it would have been okay. It was the putting it down on top of the slab that caused the problem. I've still got to figure out all the different things about that. Like, it'll stop flowing water, but not necessarily when you put it in source. So I've got to figure out a whole new set of fluid mechanics for Minecraft. I thought I knew it all. All right. Next up, let's go on to automating or semi-automating. I call it semi because we're not going to be pulling it out. Soul sand. Oh, before we do that, hopper botany pots. I've already made a few of these. So the hopper goes there, flower pot there. You can make the botany pot and then put the hopper on it if you want. Like combine it with the hopper instead, but that's just one step and easier. Ooh, and I'm going to make myself a better tool / weapon / whatever, an Osmium Axle, because I've got lots of osmium now because I was trying to get all that iron. So basically this thing functions as an axe, a pickaxe, and a shovel. And it also does 10 hearts of damage, which is twice that of a stone sword. Better than a lot of other swords, like iron swords or whatever. And it is as fast as a sword, a 1.6. So, pretty good weapon. Ooh. Now, there's better weapons, but I can't make them yet. All right, next up, a sink. Like always, you've seen sinks many, many times before. Lots of other packs. Same thing. And then, we'll take our bucket with us. And a mortar and pestle, which is just a bowl, that and that. And we'll get on to the next part of that later. So, we're going to come over here, and we're going to put down our sink right there. Then we're going to take some fluid pipes, and we're going to toss them down like that. Ooh, that was one too far, by the way. Something else I did off camera is I sieved down some dirt so I could get some ancient spores. You put an ancient spore on a dirt, and it turns into mycelium. So there's mycelium under each of these barrels. Okay, and then again, we will hit that, and boom, it fills up with water. Now watch how fast this turns into witch water. Now, this is different than it was before. It used to be the more obsidian you put, the more mycelium you put around it, the faster it worked. The only piece of mycelium that matters is the one that's directly underneath it. If you put it beside it, it won't change it. So let's grab our buckets here, I actually want 6 buckets of this before we move on. Figures I'm doing 5. All right, and there's my 6th. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to take our, oh, I should show you, sand. So we're going to pull sand out of here. And it instantly turns it all into soul sand. Okay, now, this is not an ideal situation for these pipes. It doesn't like doing one too many or pulling out with no defined destination or no valid destination. So it's trying to pull out all the time, but it can't necessarily have a place to go. So each one of these pipes is filled with a stack of sand, each one of these intersections. So what could happen is, for instance, all the sand, if I only had one stack of sand, it could all end up back down here, and these barrels wouldn't get any, which is a pain in the butt for when we do things over there with bees. All right, so we're going to take and we're going to sieve down the soul sand. And we got a couple of what I needed. I think I'm just going to put this in the sand one for now. That stuff. So over here, we're going to take and put down, oh, I'm going to need one more soul sand. And we'll take one of these hopper botany pots. And we'll put a soul sand down there. And one of those in there. Okay, that's taken care of for now. Let's go do some other stuff while we wait for it to produce a bunch for us, right? All right, so yeah, we'll leave that. That's, why am I lagging? Stop lagging! That's weird. My computer's doing something. It's not Minecraft. My computer decided to do something weird. All right. This is how you make the dielectric paste. I've already made a bunch of it, so I don't need it right now. And these are the dielectric rods. I'll make them just so I can show you something. I've actually got enough of them right now. If you put them in like that, they go the other way. And so if you need the other type, you can put them in, back in. Okay. These I'm going to need. Basic capacitors. So that's just a redstone block, the paste, and iron. Oh, and we're going to take one of those and make tiny little ones. Come over here. We're going to need 2 of these casings. So notice they have to be facing the correct ways. We need 2 of them. Then we're going to put one of those there, those 2 like that. And that gives us our Furnator. It generates 15 FE per tick, or RF if you want to call it that. So that's not bad, but we want something better than that. And we can do it right away. So we'll put that, whoops, there. This in the middle. And use 2 of these. And now it'll do 70 FE instead of 15 FE. And this is for the cables. And I've already made a bunch of these, so this is just in case I need extra. All right, and that's going to be the power that we're going to use. Let's check on our quests, because a couple of them got finished off here. Yeah, we did that. we did this. Oh, ex nihilo. There's still something. Oh, that. Okay. Witch water as well. Oh, and power. No rewards. No rewards. A book. Oh, and Botany. Oh, I've already made some floral fertilizer. That's why. We'll come back to that later when I make some for you. All right. And nope. It's over here. Parrot, turtle, rabbit. Don't care about any of them. Another book. All right. How are we doing on these? Five. I want one more. Okay, we'll go do something else for a sec. Okay, we're going to make 3 centrifuges. Well, actually, let's get working on the power first. We'll get it started up. And I'm going to put my power right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put a cable, item cable, right there. And a drawer on top of that. Oh, and I'm going to give it some wood to get it started. Okay, and then, actually, is that enough wood? That might not be. 4 stacks. We'll click that. Yeah, it's okay. 4 stacks is enough. So how much is in the drawer now? 128. All right. I need a sapling. Because these botany pots, unlike in Ferris block, can take trees as well as plants. What am I hearing? Oh, I didn't get a dirt. And we'll see if this is enough or not. I won't be able to tell you this episode. We'll probably take till next episode or whatever. But it'll be producing wood and doing it that way. See, I wasn't sure what to use here, whether I was going to use a Furnator, which takes furnace fuel, or whether I was going to do the magmatic one, which takes lava, because we can produce infinite lava in this. But it just seemed like wood was easier to create than lava was. So, went with that one. All right. So we probably have enough of this now. Yep. 6 of them. So we'll come over here and we'll make porcelain dolls first. If you use a diamond, you get 4. Emerald gets 6. So I used an emerald because in a minute, it's not going to matter which one I use after this. After I get bees going, I should say. Put that in the center. Oh, I know what I haven't done. Oh, I need something else before we go much further than this. Flowers. I told you I was going to talk about that. So when we come down here, we see these living roots here. So we break a couple of them. And we got 10. Oh, that was good for 3 of them. You can get 2 or you can get 4 or whatever from each one. So we'll put click a couple of times, then we'll vein mine them. Vein mine them. And that's how I got my white and black flowers that I've got over there. And I put them in the pots and did that. And for any of you, now I'm in a flower biome, so I could have just bone mealed the ground and got flowers for my bees. But deliberately, I wanted the black flowers for what I'm about to do now. And, oh, I don't need that many of them. I'll settle for half that many. Come over here. We'll put those in there and turn them into petals. So now we got a full stack of petals. And then we take our mortar and pestle and we turn it into black dye. A lot easier than dealing with squid. Okay. Food. Because for this next step, we want food. And we come over here, we take our black dye, and we got 6 of them. Strange, I have 6 buckets of water. How'd I, or which water? Funny how that worked out, eh? Okay, so I've set up a barrel here, and notice I have a 3x3 of stone above my head. So we'll put that in there, and we'll put one of those in. And I'll stand on top of this. Now, because Endermen are 3 high, they cannot get down and hit me. So we'll peek at them. And the reason that wood's there is just so that I know where to stand. Well, that didn't work. Let's try again. No ender pearls. So I stand on the wood. They can't hit me that way. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do them on top of this again. I don't like the way they keep getting stuck trying to get up on top of it again. There we go, ender pearl. Come on. At least one more, ideally 2 more. There we go, we got 2. Can we get one more yet? We didn't see me. Oh, damn it. He went underneath my base. Oh well. Let's hope he comes back up on his own. He may or may not decide to. Ooh, he hit me. I wasn't in the center. Okay, you nasty little sod, where are you? Come on, teleport. Teleport. You're angry. Teleport. I'm looking at you. I don't want to go down there. It'll kill me. Should I break a block of some sort? Watch, I'm going to fall down the hole. I saw the teleporting thing. Maybe teleport too. I don't know where he went. Is he still angry? Is he not angry? I don't hear him anymore. Yeah, I don't hear him anymore, so he's not angry anymore. Well, at least now he's not going to be making noises down here anymore. Well, we got 2. That was the bare minimum for what I wanted to do. So, next up, we're going to make 3 centrifuges. Smooth stone is just cooked stone, so double cook cobble when you're there. So 3 of them. Oh, I don't... Yeah, well, I need 6 of them. Yeah, I do. We'll make 2 for now. I don't want to fill my inventory with these stupid things. Beehive frames. We take those, we put them there, and we get beehives. All right, so quests. Oh, I showed you a floral fertilizer, so not that that mattered much. Over here, we did that one, got that. This one, got those. And then over here, same quest basically, same reward. Okay. Now come here and we'll put these in there. Notice we've got 4, well, we'll go over that in a sec. Tier 1 beehive. I think these, I forget now. I think they handle 2 bees and maybe 3 combs. This handles 4 bees and 5 combs. I don't remember how much this was. Doesn't matter. I would always upgrade to this right away anyways. So, there we go. Mob filter player. What the hell am I doing with that? Well, it allows players to walk through and mobs cannot. Why is that important to me? Because in Ferris Block, when I went to make a little, I had a door with pressure plates on both sides so I could walk in and out quickly and deal with the bees that way. They were in a much bigger room than I'm going to make them here. And the very first bee I made flew over, landed on top of the pressure plate, opened up the door, let all the other bees fly out, then took off and flew out through the door itself. They all flew down into the void and were gone. So no, we're not doing that again. So bees can actually figure out pressure plates? Give me a break. So I got the mod filters instead. That was a gold pickaxe, by the way. So we just come over here. I've already made a bunch of them. These are the last two. The pickaxes don't stack, so that's why I did it this way. Okay, and let's start here. So we are going to put in one of those. It's going to fill up with power. Put in another one. And another one. And they're doing their thing. Now, what we haven't done yet is dealt with this obsidian here. Okay, so we got 9. I guess 1 will do for just now. Yeah, actually 1's all I can do for just now. Now, we need a way to collect the... Oh, I guess we could get the bees started. Hold on a sec. We'll get bees started. So, we'll do that first. The way we're going to do it is we're going to take a bee spawn egg, and we're going to put an ender pearl with it, and that makes us an ender bee. So now we got an ender bee, and we've got these. Why do I still have my 6 beehives? Oh, because I haven't placed the beehives yet. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to have to place at least 2 of them right now. So we're going to come in here. Now, I'm not sure how much it matters what direction, but when I'm standing here, the front is facing me. I think the back needs to be free. I'm not positive on that point, though. I do know that if you block off too many of the sides, the bees can't get in and out, and that causes a problem. And we'll put down this one. I should have actually dealt with bees last one. There we go. So that does these 2 for just now. So we're going to take our bee spawn eggs. Yes. Okay. And we're going to click on there. And that did those 4. We're going to come over here. And we're going to put down our lonely little bee there. Obviously, if there's 4, they're going to do it 4 times as fast as 1, right? Now, we need a way to... Oh, I know what we haven't done here. Timer. So we're going to deal with our timer first. And this is pretty straightforward. It's I've used these before in all sorts of different series. Regular clock, regular machine base, not gated or anything. That's our timer, and this. So I'm going to come over here, and I think I'm going to put it... Oh, right. I'm going to put it in the middle for right now. So the middle is... Where? Here? Yes, that's the middle there. And we'll put down this. And that turns it off. Okay, I'm going to set this to 1,000. I think that... Whoops. Whoops, what? I did it again. 1,000. Okay. I think 1,000 is about 4 times as fast as it needs to be. But I don't want the combs filling up and having to wait to get it. And 1,000 is slow enough that I don't hear a constant clicking. So there we go. So that, oh, and what we have to do is for both of these bees, we've got to put in shears. So what is going to happen is when this thing goes tick, the shears are going to attempt to right-click that that hive, and if there's any combs in it, the combs are going to pop out, and it's going to do it without angering the bees. If you anger the bees, like if you try to do it manually yourself, when they sting you, they die. So you're killing your bees off, as well as getting hurt. But it's going to throw the combs out on the ground. We need a way to pick those up. So there are at least 4 that I could think of off the top of my head of doing that. There is the basic item collector, which is a recipe like that, which is what I'm going to make. It's the simplest one of the bunch. It handles up to 3 away. The ender hopper, which is only just slightly more expensive, not much more expensive. And it can handle up to 4 away. It might actually have some filtering built into it too, I forget. It's a little more advanced. Then you got the advanced item collector, and it can do some things this one can't, as well as handling things up to 5 away. And then finally, we've got the item collector here, and this has a pretty damn good range. I'm not sure what it is. It might be up to 7 away or 9 away, or I don't know what it is. And but it needs something I can't make right now. Well, I haven't been to the nether yet. But you could have it handling basically a whole pile of hives, doing it that way. But I didn't want to have to deal with a bottlenecks. Oh, so I decided, right, we are going to be making this guy. And I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but there's a car alarm going off outside. And that's going to suck them in. Now, I need, for any of that to work, we're going to need some bottles. You do have power, right? Yeah. Okay, so that could take a minute for it to start doing its thing. Now, I got really, really confused before. Really annoyed me because I had set this up completely differently. I was going to have all my centrifuges over here with the power and have piping pull the stuff out and put them into the centrifuges. Well, those pipes don't like doing that. What would happen is, let's say I had a row of these, and if it couldn't go into the very end one, it'd all start filling up each pipe leading up to the end one. And it wasn't going into the earlier ones. And it was just driving me nuts. I couldn't figure out what was going on. Where were all my stuff going? And it wasn't just that, because there was, like this was a chest feeding out with a line running underneath. Well, it might all decide to run over this direction. And it'd all block up in the pipe. And it wasn't getting to the destination. So I'm like, oh, give me a break. And I kind of got it to work by having a buffer chest over here, so it would all go up into the buffer chest. But then the buffer chest, even it would have the things getting clogged up on me all the time, which is a pain in the butt. Yeah, they haven't got anything yet. They should all come over and get into here. Oh, I don't know that. Yeah, no, they won't move yet, because we have to go downstairs and do something first. And we're going to need that. And do that. Now see, this is not a problem because it'll all go right into that chest and it's got a valid destination. I definitely would not use this with drawers. Like if you're trying to do filtering where You only want it to pull out what can go into the drawer. No, don't do that with this. It'll just stuff the pipe. As you can see, we got the energy cable running down along underneath. I guess I could get started on my next set of bees, which would probably be diamond bees. How many bee eggs do I have? I've still got 3 left. And I haven't seen any of these start to spin up or do anything yet. Oh, actually, it would be only this one. Oh, it is spinning up and doing stuff. Okay. It might take a second for it to get down to this end. Hope it's going to make it down to this end. Yes, it is. Okay, so since that's producing its stuff, we shall get started next on diamonds. So diamond bees. Oh, no. Doesn't matter if we make the diamond bees because I don't have any more ender pearls yet. So I'm going to have to wait until this thing starts producing ender pearls. Or I guess I could do the other thing. I think that's enough for this episode, actually. So what I'm going to do off camera is we'll make more ender bees. So I've got 4 of them, and then I'll put a thing like that on each of these. And I will put bees in there. I think I'm going to start with diamond, emerald, iron, and glass. Now, something I actually might change around. I think I'm going to move this down maybe here or something. But that means I'll have to put a relay in there. Why? Because it can only run 15 squares before it runs out of charge. And that's about, I think that's almost 15 away. So I would have to put in a repeater, and then it just recharges it again, and it starts over again. And the reason I'm going to put it in there is I might build a whole nother set of bee things running down here. So I've got 2 sets of them. Do it that way. Oh, something I didn't mention. These things, oak attic roof. Really cheap, easy to make things. It's just a glass pane. And this, which is just take a couple of logs, you get 4 of those, right? And they're just there for looks. The bees are actually held in completely by glass. The roofing there is just for looks. Just before I end the episode, come to think of it, I thought of one other thing that I wanted to tell you about. And this was a suggestion from Dreamin' Boy. And when you're dealing with these cables, do I have some cables here? Yeah. So let's say we put down a cable here and here. And then I put down another one here like that. But I didn't want it to be connecting there. So how do you deal with that? And the way you do it is you press Shift and left click, not right click, left click. Now, just before I do the left click, notice this thing says extract mode. Shift and left click. Notice it says disable mode. So now when I click it, it disables it. And those 2 cannot attach anymore. And then if I want to go back to enable mode, we shift like that. Extract mode. Does disable mode, let's try disable mode again. If we do right click, oh yeah, okay. So it's disable mode brings it back as well. And so that I don't forget for later, there we go, we're back to extract mode. That was an interesting thing. There's no setting to configure that. You just have to know it. I didn't find it on the wiki or anywhere else. So it was really nice that he threw that in. Oh well, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Go out there and have some fun. Thanks.